Hey, hope you are loving my super funky headband here. And by funky, I don't mean cool. I mean, it needs a wash. But anyway, I have been talking to a lot of you guys about this gua sha thing, which first of all, I'm pronouncing totally wrong. It's gua sa or guasa. So when you're looking it up, it is with like G-U-A-S-H-A. If you want to research it a little bit more for yourself, we're saying guasa now. So anyway, it is a Chinese facial massage that I've been doing. I've actually been doing it every day. It's safe to do every day, but 2 to 3 times a week is totally cool. I just really enjoy it. And I've been doing it about a month, and I'm definitely noticing some results from it. So I wanted to share it with you guys, and I have to make a video, and it's just the way things are. So anyway, what it is a facial massage, and the point of it is to increase the circulation in your face, which is then going to trigger your lymphatic system. And the lymphatics are what are going to take away toxins and also fluid that's pooling in your face and just move it out, right? So you know when you wake up in the morning and you're really, really puffy, and then you start moving through your day, your blood is circulating better, and it starts to, like, you look less puffy as the day goes on because your circulation is becoming more efficient. So we're kind of leveraging that whole system here. In order to do it, you're going to need both a gua sha tool, and I have a couple different shapes here. You're also going to need a face oil, and I'm using Beautycounter's number 2 oil. The purpose of the oil is to provide some slip so that you're not tugging at your skin as you're doing this. And just to tell you a little bit more about the tools first. So I ordered these as a set from Herbivore, which is herbivore.com. They're another clean beauty, non-toxic beauty brand that I like to support. There are a few different shapes, and as far as the shape that you choose, it's supposed to correspond to what you think is going to be really comfortable on your face. I have a pretty angular face, so I kind of like this tooth one, which I think is called square. I do not own the most popular one they call heart-shaped. It kind of looks like a boomerang, and I'd like to try that next. Also these, I don't know if you're into like crystals and things, but these are rose quartz, and I guess it's for love or self-love or something like that. But it's just a pretty little object, and I spied it on Christy Coleman's Instagram feed. She's our makeup developer. I saw one of these in her bag, and I was like, oh, I gotta have one of those. So started to get curious about it. You can MacGyver it. So you could use the top of a jar. This one's not exactly perfect because you can see there's a beveled edge. What you're looking for is definitely something with a smooth surface that's very cool to the touch, and that also has a rounded edge. And also, if you're gonna use this, and I saw a video of a 75-year-old woman who like did her whole face this way, has been doing that her whole life. But just, you know, common sense, make sure it's not sharp, make sure there's no rust, anything like that. The other disadvantage, these have these elongated edges, right? Which this doesn't have. So it picks up more surface area. So it's going to take you longer to do this, but if you're just trying to kind of figure out if you like it and you have your oil handy, you might as well. As far as where to start, you definitely want to have a clean face. And I would recommend doing your regular beauty regimen, whatever that is. And I know there are some of y'all are never going to do a regimen, you're anti-regimen, I ain't fighting you anymore, but please wash your face. Girl, wash your face. Rachel Hollis said it best, right? But also make sure that if you don't use a moisturizer, that you're at least adding some hydration with a hydrosol. I'm kind of using what I have handy. My favorite is by far the Balancing Mist, Beautycounter's number 3 Balancing Mist. But the thing is, like, oils they don't have water in them. They can't provide hydration. They can only provide moisture. So make sure that your face is moisturized if you really want your skin to be plump. Next thing, so I apply, I don't have a mirror here, so I'm guessing, directly to my face, but doing that so it doesn't slip. You can also, you know, rub 2 to 3, even 4 if you want, of these drops of facial oil, and then you're just gonna press it into your face. All right. So now we're good to go. I'm gonna use this tool. And like I said, I'm gonna do this side first. So again, I'm kind of having to look into the camera here. So notice this little wiggle maneuver. The idea, they call it scraping, but you're not going that hard. Like, don't apply so much pressure, just enough to kind of feel it. And here's where you use this edge. Like, you know when you contour your face, if you're doing, you know, bronzer or highlighter, you're gonna kind of sculpt that. By the way, I realized something I did wrong. You wanna do the same number of passes every time. And I think I'm distracted because I'm doing a video. I usually do 4. So I'm gonna go back and do like 3 more here. The other thing is, like, don't have it totally perpendicular. You kind of want it, you know, a little more flat to your face, right? Now, when you go under your eye, definitely be really, really gentle here. You do not want to tug. This is very delicate skin under here. So it's just a really gentle pass. The idea is just to move that fluid, not really to tug your skin. I really like going over my brow, it feels good. So I'm looking, I don't know, am I crazy, or does this brow does seem a little higher, and this cheek does seem a little lifted. I don't know, maybe I'm nuts, but again, I really enjoy this. I'm gonna kind of skip my nose. By the way, you can totally do your neck, but for the sake of time, I'm not going to. This is getting awkward to watch. Again, use that little tip. Okay. I think that's 4. Might be losing count. 2. And it does, it feels really good. So if you have the heart-shaped one, I've seen people do this as well. Like, use that little crook to sort of push the jawline up. So now my cheeks look a little more rosy, clearly, right? We've got that circulation thing going. And the other thing is just, like, facial oils give such good moisture to your face. They're very nutritive, and prior to using Beautycounter, I didn't use cream. I would just give up on creams. I was like, whatever, I'm just gonna use a hydrosol and I'm gonna use an oil. And my skin barrier improved dramatically. The one thing I do want to tell you guys about oils in general is that you want to go with a 100% plant-based, botanical, no filler, and the expeller method is pretty important too, like how they actually get the oil out of the plant. And I hate to say it, but you're gonna pay for it. So if you're getting a cheap facial oil, either they have not expressed or expelled that oil in a way that retained all its nutrients, or maybe it's been sitting in a vat of parabens for years and they got it cheap. Really, like, this is $69, this bottle, and that's a pretty fair market price, I think, for a really high quality facial oil blend. But this thing lasts me 6 months and I use it every single day. And you know, there are times where I don't feel like I need an oil, like sometimes in the summer I drop it and I just stick with my creams. But now that I'm doing this, maybe I'll drop my cream. I don't really know. So if you kind of spread that over 6 months, it's like, I'm doing the math here, like $11.50 or something a month. It's not that big a deal. Like, I think it's worth the investment. So if you have questions, go ahead and ask. I am not an expert in this. I'm still learning about it. So if you know something about it that I didn't mention, please share with me. I hope this helped. I hope you enjoy doing this for yourself, and I hope you enjoy your free oils for those of you who got them too, okay? So thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.